There are 3 red flags contractors are ignoring that are going to keep them stuck in 2024. Now, all 3 of them are super important to address. However, the third one will actually double your business. So if you are a contractor and you are ready to make 2024 the best year of your life, to actually double your business and to get your business to where you want it to be, then stay tuned because I will go over the 3 red flags and then I'm going to address how to fix all these red flags so 2024 becomes the best year of your life and the best year in business. I'm not talking about little tiny steps towards a slightly better 2024. I'm talking about your business booming, your employees are amazing, and your life is freed up. I'm Liz Chisholm, and over the last 4 years, I've been helping contractors escape the hamster wheel, grow their business, and get their time back. In this video and many of my other videos, I try to make things very tangible to do right now. So as soon as you finish watching this video, you can actually take into action and address these red flags to make 2024 the best year of your life. So red flag number 1, you are burned out or you are burning out. You feel like you're on the brink of burnout. Now, what does that actually look like? Burnout could look like being stuck in your business, feeling like no matter how much you work, no matter how hard you work, you can't seem to move the needle. It could also feel like you're constantly just playing firefighter all the time and you're fixing this problem and doing this and going here and going there and trying to hold up your business by just sheer willpower and effort. Another sign of burnout is being utterly exhausted and dreading work each day. You get up in the morning, you're like, okay, I gotta face another day. What am I gonna do today? All of those are signs of burnout. And if you are going into 2024 feeling this burnout, this is a red flag that you have to change things drastically to make 2024 a better year than 2023. Red flag number 2 is that you are stuck doing $15 to $20 tasks all day long, meaning that you are really just a technician inside your business. You're just an employee that happens to own the business. You're doing the administrative tasks. You're running all the errands. In fact, you're probably even joking to yourself that you're the chief errand boy instead of the CEO of your business. You're ordering all the materials, approving all the jobs, and you're really just running around to each job trying to make sure that everything's going okay, when really you're not focusing on your business at all. You're just focusing on something somebody else who you could pay $15 to $20 an hour could do, but you're stuck doing them. And red flag number 3 is that your team is clueless on the business you're trying to build in 2024. So how do you know that your team is clueless? How do you actually know that this is a red flag for you in your business? One way to know that this is a red flag is that your employees are doing the minimum work required. They're barely showing up on time, maybe a few minutes late, but it's not enough to talk to them about. They're leaving a couple minutes early. They're doing the minimum amount of work. They're missing the KPIs or the key performance indicators by just a tiny little bit. They're really just unmotivated in your business. They just show up because they have to pay their bills. They have to have a job. And so they just show up, do the minimum amount of work and leave. And you're stuck filling in the gaps where they have left off. This is again going back to number 2, where your day is filled with those $15 to $20 tasks because you're picking up the slack where your employees are lacking. Another way to know that your employees are clueless on where you are going and what you are building in 2024 is that they cannot see what the business could look like if everyone put in the effort and did what they were supposed to do. They do not see what they are trying to build. They do not see the impact that they are making. And because of that, they feel like they're micromanaged and they use victim language or language that's blaming other people for different things. If they do the minimum amount of work, they're blaming the fact that they didn't have the right materials on hand or something didn't happen correctly. And so that's why they didn't do the job correctly. So when you have this in your business and you feel like you're just pulling teeth all the time, you're trying to get your employees to do what they're supposed to do, you're trying to micromanage them, this is a red flag that your employees have no idea what your business to become in 2024. So how do you actually fix all of this? How do you just take these red flags and not ignore them, but actually address them, grab them by the bullhorns and actually deal with them to make 2024 the best year of your life? The first thing you need to do is stop doing all the things. Stop filling your day with all of the busyness. one of the big things that separates successful people from unsuccessful people, that separates the people who are killing it in business and the people who are barely making ends meet in their business, the people that are working a few hours a day and the people that are working 15 hours a day. The difference is intention. And when you are focused on one thing in your business, you're focused on one service you provide, you're focused on serving your customers in that area, then you can actually shift your business. In fact, one of the best books that I've ever read is The One Thing by Gary Keller. In this book, he talks about how if you are very intentional about one thing you're doing and focus on that one thing, you can get extraordinary results. It's the people who are trying to do all the things and they're busy, busy, busy. Their day is just filled with busyness versus business. Those are the people that do not move their business to the next level. They do not get out of the stuck mode and they stay in the stuck mode. In fact, there was a study done by ContractorBusinessOwner.com that said 64% of contractors who reach the age of 65 will either be broke, have to work out of necessity, or on Social Security. And only 5 of them will be financially secure. This means that the people who shift to being a successful business owner are only 5%, and the others don't even reach 65, or they are poor, broke, and still working. So what do you do to shift that? You focus on the one thing. How many services do you have that your business offers? Narrow that down to focusing on one thing. It's not to say that you're going to stop all these other services, but you want to be able to focus on one thing. What is the one service that you do that will make you the most money, that you can streamline the fastest, you can delegate project management responsibility to somebody else, and you can make that service make you more money, and then you can focus on other things in your business. When you focus very intentionally on 1 or 2 things, that is where you're going to move the needle in your business. That is why I actually created the Daily Focus Blueprint. This is what I've created this for business owners across all different industries, and it really helps you hone in on the few things or the one thing that you need to do to move the needle in your business. When you focus on that one thing, I promise you everything else will take care of itself. Now moving on to red flag number 2, and how do you actually fix that? You need to look at all the tasks that you're doing and decide, okay, what are the few tasks that I'm doing that are actually building my business and are moving the needle and building the business that I want, the business that I've dreamed of having, and then delegate all those $15 to $20 tasks. Your day as the CEO, the business owner, the business leader of your company should be filled with tasks such as creating a vision that everyone else's vision can fit into, to create the culture that you want in your business, to invest in your team, to focus on the marketing, to understand really who your customer is and how you want to serve them. When you actually focus on those things, all these other little tasks take care of themselves. All of these micromanagement issues that you're dealing with will take care of themselves, because now you give a bigger purpose to everybody in your business. You create something that people want to strive for. When you have a big enough vision, people actually get on board. I get that contractors struggle with finding good help all the time. I also get that their business is chaotic and they have no vision and they have no systems in place and they wonder why they can't get A players. A players want something bigger than themselves in order to have themselves shine in that environment. So when you create that culture, when you create that vision, when you create that direction and you are the leader of your business, you can attract people that will fit into that and will match your values, so that way your business can be taken to the next level without you working more hours. Which leads me to my third point. When you invest in your team, develop your team, make your team better, when you have that as your focus, you will be able to reach unimaginable heights in your business. Your team can become your biggest asset instead of your biggest headache. Now, I know that may sound a little bit impossible, and I know that may sound like a pie in the sky idea, but I guarantee you that if you invest in your team and you invest in developing them and you invest in making them leaders, now you don't have to be the micromanager of your business. You can be the leader of your business, and you can have employees be the leaders of their departments, and your P&L will increase. Your profits will soar. The money in your bank account will go up, because when people are not doing just the bare minimum and you're constantly having to fill in the gaps, when people are actually motivated to see where they are and and where they could be, where they are, where you are going in that business, that gap creates motivational energy for them to actually strive and be better. It is really difficult to just go a tiny bit better than where you are now, to just get a tiny bit more money in their bank account, to just do 1 or 2 more jobs this next year. It is much easier for you to have a team that sees, hey, we're going to try to get 100 jobs this next year instead of just 50. We're going to double our business. Now, how do we do that? When you create that bigger gap, you actually create the motivational energy for your employees to strive to be their best in your business. And when you maximize your team, you maximize your profits. I have another video on the 2 secrets to actually create these shifts from doing the $15 to $20 tasks to being the leader. So make sure you watch that video, and I'll see you in the next ones.